Okay, welcome back to Shuby Bikes, guys. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to get into part two of the episode here on Hyper versus Hyper. Um, just wanted to apologize for all the audio problems I'm having so far. A little new to this and struggling with some of these microphones and different connections and trying to work through the problems. I appreciate you sticking with me and being patient. And also the trail footage. I know it's a little shaky. It's shot on, I believe, GoPro Hero 3 Plus. Not the best footage, but I think it'll work for now. I am looking at upgrading to a different action camera. Get into the interview section and find out what some of these guys had as far as thoughts goes on the comparison of the bikes. And then we'll go over a few more details here shortly. Thanks for watching.
I got a cool clip here. I want to be able I wanted to jump that and I realized that tree was there. Should have just sent it, dude. Got tight, don't get ran over.
Alright guys, we just finished up riding here today. I got my two shredders here, compared the bikes for me. Appreciate you guys' help today, and we're just going to get their thoughts on about what they think of these two bikes, and one that's kind of fully upgraded, and then we have one that's still partially upgraded but still has a ways to go, and just find out what they think the differences are today. Alright guys, I guess first impressions, maybe what about the climbing capabilities? Did you see any difference in as far as the gear? I mean, this one here we had 9 speeds all the way up 11 to 46 tooth, and the other one's still at 7 speed, and I'm not sure the gearing. I think it only goes up to 32 teeth, I believe, on that rear cassette or that free hub. So any big differences in the way the bike's climbed?
Definitely the Blue Hyper. It kept slipping whenever I was trying to shift gears, whenever I had to go uphill. So that was kind of annoying. My foot kept slipping off the pedal. That made it tough. And then you lose all your speed. So
yeah, the gray one had more range of gears. You could definitely climb better, smoother shifting for sure. Felt more planted as well when you're climbing uphill. Front wheel doesn't want to come up as much. Tires grip a little bit better.
I think the pedal slipping brings me back to another good point. Both of these bikes have Rock Bros pedals on it, but my Hydro here, I did put the wider platform pedals on that I like and just feel a little bit stickier. So do you think the orange pedals a little better than the black pedals on the blue Hyper?
For sure. I had less slippage with this bike right here with the orange pedals for sure. It wasn't horrible on the blue Hyper, but it was still enough. If you're going from a downhill to an uphill and you slip, like, you lose all your speed and you're gonna have to possibly step off the bike and walk up that hill.
All right, that's cool. What about the, and this is something we'll get into later, but do you feel any big difference in the front fork on the bikes as far as the suspension goes?
For sure. This one right here, the more upgraded one, it feels squish compared to the blue Hyper, and it is a big difference. I feel more stable on this bike compared to the blue one for sure.
That's cool. What are your thoughts, Lincoln? I know you're a shredder and like to get some airtime off these jumps and different things. Did you feel a big difference in them?
Yeah, it doesn't bottom out as easy. Got more more stroke to it.
Yeah. And I guess the other thing would come to is the big difference would be braking. This one here's got the Hydro has the hydraulic disc brakes on it, and the blue Hyper still has the mechanical stock brakes on it. So what are you guys' thoughts on the braking?
Definitely get hydraulic.
Whatever's on this, it needs to be on the other one, because that one I felt scared to ride coming downhill. In one of the clips you'll see I was going a little bit too fast. Now keep in mind, I'm not a good rider, but I was going a little too fast on this one coming downhill. And the brakes saved me. I would have hit a tree for sure. And if I was doing that on that blue bike, I was very well concussed.
That's a good point. What did you think, Lincoln, of the braking? Just
Gray bike's got way better brakes.
go hydraulic all the way, right?
It's not even comparable. Yeah, it's not close.
And the one other point I guess we'll make is, and we'll throw this in some later videos when we get compared, is the weight on these bikes is different. And honestly, it's a little confusing right now, and we're trying to figure out, but did you guys feel any differences in the weights or how these bikes performed out there?
Yeah, the blue Hyper, it felt lighter immediately just getting on the bike and getting around a little bit on it, and it definitely rolled faster. I don't know if that was just because it's a little bit lighter or different tires, I'm not sure, but it definitely was rolling faster on the downhill compared to the Hydro.
I couldn't really tell any weight difference, honestly.
About the same for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
both of them felt planted and had good roll speed and keep your momentum on them pretty good without them slowing themselves down.
Well, great, guys. Any final thoughts? I guess which bike you like better? Do you have a preference?
This one.
So-
I like it a lot better. I mean, for how much you got into that bike, I don't really think you can beat it. What'd you have? Was it that green bike that you had not too long ago?
That would be a Giant.
Yeah, that Giant. I mean, that thing was, what, $1,400?
No, it was 1900.
Not, oh gosh, wow, that's even more surprising. That feels just as good to me as that bike, honestly. I mean, I'm not an experienced rider, but for a beginner, this feels amazing. And it feels just like that other green one that we had, and that's a lot more money than you got into this, I know that for sure.
Yeah. Okay, one thing I did forget to mention in the video, guys, in the comparison was the handlebars. And unfortunately, I didn't get it on video, but I did ask the guys if they felt any differences. And Lincoln said he didn't really notice a whole lot. Ty did mention he thought the Jessica bars were a little too flat and had an awkward position. Felt more bent over, and then he felt like it was a much more comfortable riding position with the PNWs. The PNW bars have a little bit higher of a rise and a little bit different angle back sweep, so they put you in a little bit, in my opinion, more comfortable riding position. But that's really a personal, I mean, you definitely pay for it, and it's a personal preference, but it is something else you may want to think about. If you're going strictly off budget, these are a real good choice. These are the Wake bars, but if you want to go with something a little more higher end, maybe a little more comfortable and different, I would recommend the P&W range bars. As you can see back here, got a couple color choices to put on the bike. We'll see which one I go with. I know which one's my favorite, but we're going to be doing some upgrades to this one here shortly. Alright, thanks for joining Shooby Bikes out here today, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any questions you have, put down in the comments, guys, and we'd be happy to answer them. And once again, thanks to the two shredders out here today helping me out with this video.